What's going on? Johnny here, back with another video. I'm pretty sure at some point all of us have thought about the idea that if we had access to a time machine and we could go back knowing what we know now, what things would we change about our lives? Recently, I've been having this thought, questioning my career choices during college. I went to school for computer engineering, and during the last semesters, you had to choose whether you wanted to focus on hardware or software. And me being the tryhard that I am, I went with hardware. At the time, I was really into hobby electronics. You know, I was a tinkerer. I used to play a lot with Arduinos, like the MSP microcontrollers. I would build any circuit I could find in breadboard. And, you know, I thought to myself, well, I spend most of my free time doing this, so it seemed like a pretty clear decision to me. So fast forward, I graduated. I ended up getting a hardware engineer job at a semiconductor industry. And I quickly realized that my hobby does not necessarily translate well into my job. For instance, I found out about some harsh realities of being a hardware engineer. First of all, the process is heavily automated nowadays, and secondly, most of it is outsourced to Asia because it's cheaper to do it. Also, I found out that I really didn't want to be doing that all day. I mean, I spent the whole day doing my job, but working with electronics. The last thing I wanted to do was get back home and have to deal with it some more, you know? And it took a while. You know, this internal conflict extended for a long period of time, really questioning if I had made the right choice or not. And over time, I grew to accept it and just realized that it's perfectly fine for one's interests to evolve over time. And if I could go back, or at least go back and give my younger self some advice, is to actually go out and try as many different things as possible. Because back then, I thought that since I enjoyed doing hobby electronics in my spare time, I thought that I wouldn't have a problem doing that for money. But it's true what they say, that you enjoy things more when you do them because you want to, not because you have to. And I would also focus more on the software side, because especially after this past year, knowing the different opportunities and how the world is evolving towards favoring remote work and software jobs, I learned about myself that I prefer the remote work lifestyle because it works for me and my personality. And definitely it's something that if I could go back, I would change. Still, I mean, I'm a computer engineer at heart. I still feel confident enough that I can just sit down and learn all this if I just need the time to do it. But sometimes it's really hard to shake off that feeling of wondering how different would my current situation be had I taken different turns at certain points in my life. So if you're watching this, it really doesn't matter what point in your life you're at. Never stop trying new things, because you might discover something that you like more than the things you currently like, something that you might actually be interested in pursuing, not just maybe as a hobby, but also as a potential way to earn a living. You know, just keep in mind, life is very long. You don't have to get it right the first time. Just experiment as much as you can while you still have the energy to do so. I am currently back in that whole process myself, exploring to see what kind of options I have going forward, just to change things up. Don't be discouraged. I know it's hard. I'm trying to switch industries and I'm going through those same struggles again. It feels like I'm back in college, but it's never too late to pursue something that could potentially lead to more fulfillment for you. Anyways, that's something I just wanted to share with you guys. If you made it this far, thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.